Hello, Virgos. Welcome into your reading. We are doing the month of December predictions for you. We're glad to have you here. We're trying to figure out the energies that you're going to have going into the month, then the energies going out of the month, and all the energies in between. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. I already pre-selected an oracle card about the energy that you'll be receiving at the end or at the beginning, and it's Be Spirit Prosperity. Interesting card. So this is an energy of things that are kind of working out for you, right? There's a lot of good things coming in based off the hard work that you are presenting. And there's a lot of good things that are coming to you. And it almost feels like a lot of change, right? Because you see that the bees are kind of responsible for pollinating these flowers and giving them the right nutrients and everything to grow into these big, beautiful flowers. So they're there kind of at the beginning of the flowering process of spring. And they're also the ones that are putting in the hard work to see the results come alive, things like that. So whatever this is creating change for you. And this change seems to be beautiful. It seems to have a good prosperous energy to it. So you're definitely receiving a lot of rewards at the beginning of this month. But let's go ahead and dive into the major timeline that is going to be processing throughout the month of December for you. See what we got here. All right. Got the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe there's a new opportunity coming alive here. Three of Pentacles. Definitely planning these things out. The Fool. There we go. Five of Swords. And then also the Chariot. Okay. So this is a really interesting energy because I feel like there is also an internal imbalance as well. There might be something that is kind of under the surface while you're, focused on two different things here. There's a thing that is currently starting to grow for you. There is new opportunities being presented to you. I feel like maybe there's two different elements here. Maybe one's about work and one's about something else. Because what I'm feeling, honestly, especially with the communication through spirit, is that I feel like there's something that's going to be kind of uncomfortable for you. And I feel like this uncomfortableness is maybe something to do with inside your mind. Like maybe there's some things that you are having to do that you don't necessarily want to do. And you are also having to do things for other people even. And that's not something that you definitely want to be doing at this moment in time in December. At least we're talking about in the future relation. And there's some things that maybe you wish you had more control over. Maybe you wish that you could pursue more, but you don't know exactly how to pursue that. You don't know exactly how to do that. And then also we have opportunities being presented to you, new things, new beginnings happening as well, while also working hard to accomplish that, setting up a kind of like a plan, or maybe even working with others to help create that energy as well. So maybe there's an energy here of these people that are helping you. Maybe you feel indebted to helping them back, or maybe you feel indebted to doing something with them that makes you feel uncomfortable, or there's just something here, and I'm not clarifying anything, but there definitely is something here of being uncomfortable with something. But a lot of good things, a lot of uncomfortable things seems to be happening here in the month of December. Maybe there's some things that you wish you could be doing differently. Let's see what the overall energy is going to be like of the emotional and the physical. Okay, I'm getting a download that says that we need to clarify. Okay. What is the thing that is going to be uncomfortable? Okay. Don't even have to ask the full question. Okay. Four of Wands came out immediately about the thing that's being uncomfortable. So there's something to do with maybe your home life, maybe being involved with a celebration of some sort, or maybe being involved with, Christmas is going to be in the month of December, so it could easily be, a December type of energy of Christmas where maybe you are either not with your family for Christmas, or maybe you are with a certain family for Christmas and you don't want to be. Maybe there's an energy of that where you're trying to like feel like you have to be involved when you don't want to be, or vice versa. Like you don't have to be involved with Christmas, but maybe you want to be. Some sort of energy like that where it almost feels like you can't, or you don't want to. So that's definitely making you feel uncomfortable. And I think you're trying to overcome that. How can you do that? And I think really pursuing your own self and allowing yourself to have that control of saying like, I can and I will, might give you the benefit of the doubt. So what is the overall energy of the emotional and the physical going to be like for the month of December for Virgos? The emotional, we have the Ace of Cups, and then we also have the Moon card. Physical. So the Ace of Cups is self-fulfillment. The Ace of Cups is allowing things to fulfill you, fill up your cup, and give you this fulfilling energy that you want on an emotional level. So that is really good. So that means to me that maybe you are taking action to maybe start up something new or start up a new routine for yourself and allow yourself to, do what's best for you in that circumstance and satisfy your own needs or feelings, things like that. And maybe other things will in return give you that satisfaction as well. Maybe if you decide to kind of target that as what you want, maybe other things will fall in line with that as well and give you even more encouragement or even more fulfillment as well. So if you take initiative to do it for yourself, then it's going to have a multiplication factor where things also add to your cup and satisfaction. That's really good. And then for the Moon card, we have the physical energy, which to me means that there's a lot of things that you might want to do out of character, I guess you could say. Maybe there's not necessarily like, let's see, how would I put this? Maybe you feel like you are designated to do something a certain way, but it's kind of out of character for you, or maybe you want to do other things that wouldn't be in character of yourself, or maybe other people might think you would do something a certain way, but you actually want to do something differently. And those are energies that are kind of pursuing you physically, that you want to kind of act out in a way and let that come to light. I feel like these are like hidden intentions, like hidden agendas that you want to actually do. Like you're trying to manifest it, or you're trying to create it, or you're trying to let it come out on a physical energy. Really interesting. But who or what is coming into the life? 1 second. Well, the cards went flying over to the other side of the room. But who or what is coming into the life of Virgos? Try to figure that out. We have the Knight of Wands, which could be a Sagittarius. And it could be you, like maybe taking action or maybe taking advice to take action from somebody. Could be a Sagittarius, could be someone that has done something like what you're doing before and you're needing to pursue that, right? And I think this is more of you kind of standing up for yourself, taking action, and maybe defending what your desires are, so that way you can do your own thing independently, or you can just like do what you are desiring the most, do what you feel passionate for the most, and not feeling like you have any debt to pay, or you're not feeling like you are obligated. Maybe you feel obligated to do something when you don't have to, and those obligations are released for you to be able to do whatever it is that you want on your own, things like that. But who or what is leaving Virgo's life in December? You have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So this could be like a father figure of some sort who might be influencing you, or might feel like you have these obligations from, or maybe there is a controlling, well, maybe not necessarily controlling, but maybe some sort of like mentor or some sort of person that you feel like has a lot of say-so in your life that might be releasing that power of that say-so for you to kind of act out into the way that you want to be, and create a lot of prosperous things for yourself, create things that you desire or want to pursue for yourself. things like that. And also essentially releasing what those feelings of obligations are for you. So maybe you are not feeling obligated because they are releasing that energy towards you. Things like that. That's an interesting energy. All right, what is going to be the biggest change for Virgo? What is going to be the biggest change for Virgo in December? Okay. Got the King of Wands. We've got the Death and Rebirth card. So, maybe you're not necessarily going to be the Knight of Wands for very long. Maybe you're not going to be the one kind of like taking quick action and like quick reaction to something. Maybe you're not going to be the one fleeing the scene for a very long time. You're just going to be someone that is living their life. Maybe this is a mindset that is changing for you, where you don't feel like you're independent enough to take your own actions, or you don't feel like you are independent enough to have control over your own life. And I feel like you are kind of writing a new path for yourself. You're following your own torch. You're following your own direction. You're following your own discernment. And things are encouraging you to take this power and allow yourself to run with it, because now is time for you to continue to capitalize on the prosperous energy that you are feeling and just breathe new life into yourself, breathe new life in front of you, and really just kind of keep creating things in your own likeness. So that way you can eventually become that King of Pentacles who has everything around them. You're learning from someone that I think is good, but at the same time, it's almost like you gotta come out from under the wings a little bit and kind of do things on your own, pursue things on your own, and feel like you can do these things on your own. That you're not obligated to, do certain things a certain way, that you have the power to create new opportunities, or you have the power to create new things that you want to do for yourself in return, instead of like feeling like you have to stick to some sort of like routine or some sort of tradition or anything like that. You're not. So I feel like that's kind of the biggest change that's going to be happening in the month of December. What does Virgo need to be made aware of here in the month of December? Strength card and the High Priest. So with this combination, it feels like there's a little bit of like talk to yourself that you're not allowing yourself to really realize how strong you are. And you need to believe that you have what it takes to pursue the ideas that you have or that you want, or making the changes that you want, or being able to bring in the right fulfilling energies for you. You have what it takes. You are capable. You are able to weather the storm that you might think is in front of you. And you have the ability to just endure everything that needs to be endured to get to the other side of what it is that you are looking for. And you need to really allow yourself to listen to those thoughts that you have, whether it's from your higher self or whether it's from your internal being, your heart, and really allow those thoughts that you continuously have, like, man, this could be better, or man, this could be this way, or man, I really want this to be created in my life, and allow those thoughts to be the fuel to your fire and to the fuel to your torch that you are constantly carrying in your hand to create this change and to kind of go into that darkness to come out on the other side of all this light and purity and fulfillment of prosperity. Going back to the prosperous card here, but you have what it takes, and allow that to be the fuel to that strength, fuel to that fire, and you can do it. You really can do it. You just got to start somewhere, right? So the energy that is going to be at the end of the month for you is this Enchanted Fern Grotto Refuge. Interesting. So it almost feels like a getaway. It almost feels like you're getting away from something. Maybe you are actually going off on your own, maybe even like a small little vacation for yourself, or maybe you are going to be able to find your new place that you can form new traditions in, or something of that likeness where you are in control. This lady has this ball of white light in her hand, and she has power. She has control over what it is she desires, And I feel like there's just some sort of getaway that you're going to be going into, or you're going to isolate yourself, or you're going to free yourself from the shackles that you feel like you might be attached to, and that you're going to be able to do so much more away from this other energy and keep capitalizing on this prosperous energy that's being fed to you. So that way you can make new things grow, new things work for you. And it's almost like a domino effect in reality, where if you're able to tip over this first domino, you can get the dominoes rolling pretty good to a point where a lot of things are just going to start trickling into your life and making good changes for you and strengthening you up and giving you good character and things like that. By really seeing it paying off for you in the long run. But you just got to get it started, Virgo. You just got to start somewhere and allow these ideas to fuel that fire for you, and you can persevere and continue to go through the storm, and you are going to make it out on the other side in one piece, I promise. You just got to start. But that is what I have for you, Virgos. Hopefully all this makes sense. If you have any questions or concerns about what I've said, feel free to comment down below. And if you also have a question that stems off of this reading, feel free to reach out for a private reading. The link is down below in the description. That is what I got for you. I love you all so much. And until next reading, take care.